The field of interior design is creative and fast-paced. On a day-to-day basis, designers interact with clients, team members and peers, contractors, and vendors. They must have exceptional communication skills as well as technical and non-technical vocabulary to relay and maintain communication with all parties involved on these different levels. Designers must have great communication skills with clients, peers, and trades for projects to run smoothly, on time, and successfully to the client's expectations. This presentation will explain how interior designers communicate with their clients and trades, how technology is changing the way they communicate. We will also address how the history of interior designers and what they do, the type of work environment interior designers work in, the type of communication methods and techniques interior designers use today. The history of interior design can be traced as far back as the Stone Age, when prehistoric humans would decorate their dwellings with drawings. Of course, it was not called interior design then, but the concept of wanting a beautiful and meaningful interior was definitely present even then. The Renaissance era through the Industrial Revolution era brought beautiful interiors to royalty and the wealthy, and later those designs became accessible to the middle class as well. Today, interior design is accessible to everyone. It is no longer just about beautiful custom furniture pieces, trim and wall coverings, but about functional spaces that fit the needs of the occupant and spaces that are earth-friendly as well. The first professional interior designer in America was a woman named Elsie de Wolfe. She began her career by helping her friends decorate their homes. She set the path to today's interior designers. Today, designers don't just decorate homes, they design spaces that meet building codes, are sustainable and universally friendly, functional, and trendy. Interior designers are responsible for designing spaces for their clients that are functional, safe, and beautiful. Their role then is to select and specify the materials that will be used in the design space, such as paint colors, wall coverings and trim stains, fabric selections, furniture, flooring, and lighting selections. Interior designers work with clients, architects, engineers, contractors, and vendors. The Career Information Center tells us that interior designers have the following duties. They determine a client's needs and requirements. They design and draw the space that meets those clients' requirements as well as the functionality of the space and the building codes. They select and specify materials for the job. They bid on the work and draft documents. They create a schedule for the project and coordinate that with contractors as well as the clients. And they visit and oversee the project. Interior designers work with multiple job projects at any given time. Thus, being efficient and proficient in their communication with all parties that are involved in all of the aspects of each job is crucial to the success of the job. They must be able to communicate with their clients, the team members in the company, the contractors, and the vendors. The common skills and attributes of an interior designer, as stated by the Government of Western Australia Department of Training and Workplace Development, are creativity, good communication skills, good listening skills. They must have color awareness and an eye for detail, ability to be flexible, the ability to solve problems, and be knowledgeable of building construction codes. Within the interior design field, designers work in residential or commercial sectors. Many designers will specialize in particular sectors of the field, such as hospitality, kitchen and bath design, specific design styles such as early American, French Renaissance, or contemporary, or green design. Designers must keep current with building codes and technology to best service their clients, understand their needs, and design spaces that meet all those requirements. Interior designers typically work in an office setting, and whether it be in a firm's building or a studio or an at-home office. Usually, about 30% of interior designers are self-employed, and some of these designers work from home as well. However, for most designers, a typical day at the office is really not being physically at the office itself, for they are very busy visiting sites and selecting materials for the jobs in progress. It is a career that involves meeting deadlines, and therefore designers must be very organized and detailed to meet these obligations. Interior designers typically meet with clients in their homes or offices to evaluate the scope of the work, match sample swatches, and record measurements of the rooms. Their listening skills and good communication skills are necessary at this point to understand what the client is asking for, to put together a proposal, draft the documents, and prepare drawings that meet those client requirements. The communication with the client can vary in methods. They have face-to-face meetings. Contract documents are prepared, explained, and signed by both parties. Throughout the duration of the project, the designer then communicates with the client through personal meetings, phone conversations, text messages, and email. Any materials bought or changes made to the project are then recorded in writing and signed by the client. Some designers believe that it's best to communicate with clients directly on matters concerning the job, and it's best to use both email and the phone depending on the urgency or the severity of the issue going on, the need to speak with this client. Also, some firms require electronic or physical signatures on contracts, which are then kept on file. Document changes are usually done formally in writing, and the client must sign off on any changes, both cost and no cost to the client, to ensure that everybody is on the same page. Also, contractors believe that meeting with designers on a regular basis to avoid any inherent conflict between the designer and the cost of the project that sometimes arises in these jobs, that everybody's on the same page as well. The field of interior design is a very creative and visual field. Clients want to be able to see how their spaces are going to look before it's even conceptualized. Today, clients are very educated. They have design apps available on their smartphones. There are plenty of TV shows at their fingertips regarding interior design tips, so they know exactly what they want and how much it's going to cost. The advances in technology have made programs to designers available that are able to visually communicate or walk their clients through the design concept before it's even built. In many firms today, virtual reality is being used to walk clients through projects prior to construction, and the program Revit is also used to ensure that all layers of the project meet the client's needs and budget, and the client can see that project and see how the end result will look like. Contractors are also using conference calls and emails, drawing sharing sites such as Dropbox and Ignite, as well as Skype and web chat to get teams from different locations that can be together immediately through these programs while maximizing the time for everybody. In conclusion, interior designers must have good communication skills with their clients, their peers, and trades for projects to run smoothly, on time, and successfully to their clients' full expectations. They use different approaches to communication within the field depending who they are communicating with and the severity or need of the matter. The creative and visual nature of the field is advancing with technology, giving designers the ability to communicate to their clients how the designs will look in real life, allowing clients a visual walk through the spaces before they are even conceptualized. As technology advances, so does the fast pace of the field, allowing designers to achieve greater creativity for their clients and in keeping up with the trends.